Hello, my beautiful souls. It is I, Nova Ravenswood. So I am back to bring you more of my knowledge and the things that I learn along my journey. Unfortunately, my laptop is completely out of space, so I am here with you on my cell phone. So right now I need to make do with what I have so I can continue doing this, so then I can continue trying to reach out, and I'm going to change that. So I can continue to reach out and succeed in sharing what I have to offer. I have so much. In the last week, I have gone through so many different things and still learning how to not have a physically working job, and doing blogging and YouTubing is very different for me. I have been a waitress and a bartender for so long, and then went into marketing and sales, that I definitely think that I lost pieces of myself, and I have been picking those pieces up in the last couple of weeks and finding my niche in life. Like I had said in my last video, I really, really feel that I can bring a new, not easier version of witchcraft, but being a single mom of a 3-year-old boy, I'm constantly on my toes, and I have to find my time. So when I, from here on out, talk about your personal power hour, my personal power hours are between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. and after 7 p.m. I try to do a little bit of casting or crafting, usually around 10, because I get up so early. I don't ever make it to midnight unless I really have to. If I really have to focus on my intent and when those should be done according to the moon and other factors, as we know. So I'm here to bring something a little different, to tell all of you that it is okay not to have all the fancy tools, because it's taken me a long time to get the fancy stuff that I have. It's taken me a long time to get all of those herbs and stuff. And I'm still missing stuff. Like, I don't have High John the Conqueror, or however you say that. No, but you know, I'm still missing certain things that I'm slowly getting to. I made my first batch of Four Thieves vinegar yesterday, and I'm not gonna lie, I tried to shake it because they say not to put a lid on it because of the apple cider vinegar. It counteracts with the lid. So I use tinfoil because I hate saran wrap, so I do not have saran wrap in my home. So I went to kind of shake it a little bit, and it got everywhere. And now my cupboard stinks like vinegar no matter how much I've cleaned it. So do not shake your Four Thieves, okay? Just leave it be. I did stir it though, since I only made one small batch in a mason jar. And nowhere in all of my research can I ever find the exact amount needed when I use legends as in Silver Ravenwolf, people like that. I have a hard time trying to find the perfect amount, so I do all of the guessing on my own, and now from here on out I will be sharing the amounts that I use. And it's obviously taking me some experimentation to get to where I have gotten. So I have done a lot of trial and error to bring to you the amount that I feel is correct. You can always add less. You can always add more. This is your path. This is your journey. These are your things. You don't have to go by a certain set of rules. And that is exactly why I have always been so drawn to witchcraft since I was a very, very little girl. I like knowing that, in a sense, it is all me. So if I have any negativity going on in my head, whether it be consciously or subconsciously, I have come to find that things don't work out the way that I want them to. The universe decided to give me a little bump or two. So I am here to help guide the rest of us that are either beginning. Maybe I can teach something to the seasoned witches out there. I have sought out quite a bit of, shall I say, the most popular witchcrafty witches on YouTube. So I am trying my very best to try my platform here with you guys. Like, I'm trying to find what appeals to you. And honestly, I can't steal their stuff. I can't borrow others. So I am just giving you what I have learned and what I know. And the fact that I do have traditional witches and druids in my life, I feel helped me a little. I didn't have to completely seek out witchcraft. I was very much so invited into this. So I feel like I definitely have been seasoned for this. It's definitely my calling. And when you do this, it is a calling. It's a calling for all of us. So being able to bring that to light and use the power of the internet to broaden our community from being so secretive to being so out there now. Definitely coming out of the broom closet. So it is nice seeing more and more witches out there. I do have a very separate a forum that I do that I've been doing for quite some time. It was more of a hobby than it was anything else. And I think that's kind of what's drawn me to YouTube, is the sense that, I don't know, I feel a lot more at ease. I wanted to do this stuff years ago, and, you know, it didn't help with the power of an ex-husband that wasn't caring enough to let me follow my path. So I had to do a lot of stuff very secretively, and it's definitely harder when you can't just be out of the closet like I am. As soon as you walk into my home, all you see is witchy aesthetics around you. I like to be surrounded by what I'm inviting into my life onto a permanent basis, instead of just practicing when I had the time between work, between this, between that. This is now my life. I am taking the time. I am finding that, you know, losing my job closed one door, but it opened up a new door that I wasn't expecting. And I know it's going to take time for you guys to find me and to click that button down there and subscribe. Everything I am sharing with you guys, I didn't just get out of a book. These are out of my own personal grimoires, or books of shadows, whatever you call them. I prefer books of shadows, but I guess I'm old school that way. I like the tattered paper look and all that good stuff, but I'm not that talented. I am definitely not a scrapbooker. So if you are a scrapbooker, then doing a DIY book of shadows is definitely up your alley. So, yeah, as you see this very bright necklace, as I chitty chat on this real quick, this is kind of an odd and end segment where you can find witchy stuff without even having to actually look for it. So I just purchased this at our local toy store downtown, and I live in Walla Walla, Washington. It is a old school toy store. It's got everything from new stuff to awesome vintage looking stuff. I just found this amazing bottle for $2.99 behind the counter. I was like, whoa, what's that? And it says snake oil on it. And this is It's one of those really awesome bottles with a cork top. So definitely going to be using that for a few of these. So toy stores, oddly enough, I would have never thought. This was $5.99 in its Holla, and it comes on a little paper holder thing, and it is for success. So I imbued this, and I consecrated it before I put it on. I took 10 minutes to sit with it and to have an understanding what I want this to do, and I want to succeed. I want to have the ambition to keep bringing you videos until you guys start liking and subscribing and sharing my videos with others, and my blogs as well. I was a writer for so long and then became a mom and working 2-3 jobs at a time. I mean, where do you find the time to blog in the middle of that? I mean, for realsies, like, you gotta be superwoman because it's 9 o'clock and I'm out like a light, you know? So, again, finding aesthetics and pieces that aren't expensive and finding them in the most oddest of places. I also got more quartz crystal, which I'm not going to lie, I am a quartz crystal whore. I love the fact that they are all purpose. I love the fact that you can make it into jewelry. You can put them in your mojo bags. You can literally do anything and everything with these bad boys. So on my desk / altar, I have these throughout. I like to keep myself surrounded by a protection of light so that when I practice or when I'm even writing that or talking, that I'm in the right mind and that everything from the outside world has no bearing on what I'm doing at that moment. If that makes sense to you, I hope it does. So, toy store. Because I went to go to Skye Gardens, which is our new age spiritual shop in Walla Walla, and I will be posting her link down below because when I traveled thousands of miles a week for 9 months straight, I stopped at every rock shop, every thrift store, antique store that I could find along the way, and I'm just going to say it. I hate it when people have these shops and they mark up the prices for these stones so much higher than they need to. I mean, they're making 20 times their profit. You know, I can understand a 5% markup, 10% markup, but a 50%, 75% markup, you're going to charge me $15 for a piece of, let me see if I can, I'll just use an acorn. I found a rock shop that was beautiful, but for an amethyst this size, tiny, they wanted $14. And I couldn't find anything cheaper than $10, and that's not even anything that would be relevant to what I practice. So I am very, very thankful for Tiffany. She is the owner of Skye Garden, and her prices are phenomenal. She has a lot posted on her Facebook page and on her website. So definitely click the link below. Until I get sponsored, until I get you followers, I will get discounted promos for you guys. But until that time comes, we're here to help and support each other. And the fact that she has affordable stuff is just even the better. And knowing that it's coming from an actual shop that is downtown somewhere, that is a small business, that is thriving to stay open during these times of COVID and this third whirlwind of hell, can I say. Definitely try to support as much local as you can. I'm not saying don't buy online. I'm not saying don't buy at Etsy shops or anything like that. I'm just saying if you can, every once in a while, pop your head in, click that button, support your small businesses. I mean, we got to keep those guys open, right? So, again, I will keep the link below, and definitely check her out. Doesn't hurt to check her out. So, on that note, I am going to just give you one witchy tea blend, okay? If you click on my link below for my blog, I will also have these posted step by step, and how much to use as well, because, again, a lot of trial and error to figure it out myself. I did a money drawing tea, and your intent is everything. So, what I do is, one, if I'm doing any kind of money or financial, I use a green candle. So I pull all of my ingredients, put her on my counter, and then I just recently got a tea ball at Walmart for less than $3, in the aisle with all the random kitchen stuff with like the little $1 to, $15 strainers and stuff like that. I found a tea ball for less than $3. So I got one of those, and I've been using it nonstop, not gonna lie. Those things are amazing. And the fact that I found one for less than $3 makes this mama super happy. So, what I did was, one, I used distilled water in my tea kettle. Distilled spring water, to be exact. Spring water, all the merrier. Just don't use tap water. I'm going to push that. Do not use tap water. Just don't. It's not good for you. It's not good for anything. Honestly, it kills your plants too, FYI. That's a whole different thing. That I was on my notes for a blog though. So I did that, and then I recommend doing 1.5 cups because I boil mine pretty hot, and hence the steam pulls away. So 1.5 cups to 1 cup, depending on your cup size, I suppose. Again, I start with a base, which would be a green or an Earl Grey. If you're doing money magic, I would say green tea. If all you have is Earl Grey, it ain't gonna kill you. But before I put each thing into the tea ball, I put my intent into the ingredient. So I hold it in my hand, and I kind of just hover like this. I close my eyes, and I focus on what I need it to do. So I have a funny little mantra that I use, but you can use money to me, money to mine, whatever your case may be. Something just short and sweet, and I generally like to say it 3 to 5 times. 3 is my lucky number, weirdly enough, in the numerology, finding out that it's been my lucky number my whole life, so just think it's kind of funny. But so which each ingredient, which I did a 1/2 teaspoon of Earl Grey, because that's all I had on hand. I did a 1/4 teaspoon of alfalfa, and I'm saying alfalfa like dried leafy green alfalfa. I got at the Baker City, Oregon Co-op, and I believe they do have that online as well, but you can also find that in a lot of different shops for relatively inexpensive. I think less than $5 at most places that I researched. Then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of, all of these ingredients are dry, dry basil, and then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of ginger root powdered. I don't recommend using fresh. I think the taste is much different, and just putting you could literally just do like a nice pinch right in the middle there, because it is powder. I put it right in the middle of all of it, so then it was covered and it didn't get everywhere, and it worked out perfect. So then I did a 1/4 teaspoon, so another pinch of nutmeg right there on top of that, and I used powdered nutmeg. So then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of dried blackberry leaf, a 1/4 teaspoon of linden leaf dried for luck, a 1/2 teaspoon of comfrey, also for luck. You need luck to get you to point B. So it really does start with luck, and I can go into a whole spiel about that, but you need luck to get the rest of it, if that makes sense. I hope it does. If you have any questions, you can leave me a comment down below. And then I did a 1/2 teaspoon of dried lemon peel, which I was so happy I added that because it just made it just tangy enough. So it wasn't leafy, it wasn't sweet. Honestly, I mean, I did this 4 times before I found the right amount of everything, and I played with different ingredients as well. Either way, I steeped the tea ball in the water for 3 minutes. They recommend between 3 and 5 minutes because you can overkill your tea. So definitely take that out at 3 minutes. 3 minutes was perfect for me. I boiled my water pretty freaking hot. So either way, as I poured the water into my cup with the tea ball in it, I visualized what this all was doing. So I didn't close my eyes necessarily, but I did do a lot of visualization during all of this, and told it what I needed it to do. And I also did that with the sweeteners that I added, and I added honey and raw sugar. Raw sugar is my preference these days, trying to stay away from the super ucky stuff, but I am a sugar fiend, so who am I kidding? Either way, and then when you stir 3 times clockwise, 3 times counterclockwise, or you can do it 5. 3 to 5. 3 to 5 is going to be my go-to with just about everything, unless it is pertaining to protection or something else. Then I do 7 or 5. 5 or 7. Yeah, something like that. Either way, you want to, and then clink it on your glass 3 to 5 times. And then I visualized yet again before I took the first drink. And each time I took a drink, I told myself my mantra. So that is my tea blend of the day for this video. And I will be posting more. Then I've got my personal situations and matters a little more defined, and my son will be at his father's more, so that is a very big help, so I can do these videos for you. So I'm definitely a huge fan of visualization, mantras. Repeating is a big thing for me, and I've noticed that over the years and over time, that repeating, once you say it enough and once you hear it enough, you believe it. So even if you had just a shadow of a doubt at the beginning, by the 50th time, it's going to happen. It just takes time. So just be patient. All right, you guys. Well, again, thank you for sticking in there with me for this duration of this video. I love your beautiful souls. And please like, subscribe, share, and support. Thank you. Blessed be. Have a wonderful day.